Over the past few months, I've been testing a new content strategy on Instagram. And at one point, it literally grew my account by over 3,000 followers overnight. Not from ads, not from collaboration, just from posting content strategically. And the craziest part is the system is actually really simple. It mainly comes down to three things. So, number one, using trial reels. Number two, posting consistently on my feed. And I'm actually up my posting frequency now to 5 times a day. And number three, using AI to multiply content that's already working. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did. I'll show you the posting strategy that I have, how trial reels play a role in the growth, and how I'm using Poppy AI and Claude to create content faster without constantly guessing what to post. So if you have been stuck to grow your Instagram or feel like your content isn't reaching new people, this will give you a much clearer system to follow. So with that being said, we're going to dive into. And I just want to show you proof that I actually grew my account to over 3,000 followers overnight. So this is my album. I was recording a screen share the other day. And as you can see, I have 727,000 followers yesterday. You see the yesterday label right there. But now when I go to my account, I have 730,000 followers. So literally overnight, I grew over 3,000 followers. Before we dive into the strategy, I also want to show proof that obviously like growing an account, like you crossing 3,000 followers overnight, it's great, but it's also like how much you make from posting. So I personally, the past 7 days, I've made over $5,000 with my digital products, with my webinar. So very exciting. Now let's dive into the strategy and the framework. Okay, first thing first, the tool I absolutely love, that I fall in love, is this AI tool is called Poppy AI. It's actually from one of my students. She actually worked there now. So the first time when she told me about this, I'm like, I need to get this on my hand. So let me just walk you through what's going on here. It's basically a board that you can, it's perfect if you are a content creator, you create content on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, because you can literally analyze your peers, your competitor, or even the market. And what I love about Poppy AI is that it integrates with other AI softwares as well. So it has Claude, it has ChatGPT, Nano Banana. It also allows you to do deep thinking and then search the web, create image, things like that. So, but let me just show you what I've been using with Poppy AI. At the end of the day, when it comes to create content, you don't want to, there's this saying, I wrote it down because it was just so perfect. It's called 3 R's, right? You want to repost, recreate, and research. Do not create content from scratch every single day. Be smart with the content that you already created because you already spent the time and energy on it. And especially if it's already performing well, you can leverage that. So repost, you literally just repost what's already working, okay? And recreate is, let's say if your Reels is performing really well, recreate it into a carousel or recreate into a story format. Research is where you actually research what your competitors, what your peers do so that you can not copy them per se, but get inspiration and create something of your own. So that's basically the framework, or like whenever it comes to creating content, like especially another quote that I'm going to share with you is that successful people, they do not reinvent the wheel. They leverage what's already working out there. What this is, it's basically called the Poppy Chat. It's basically where you prompt it. It's like where you have conversation with it, where you tell it what to do. And then on the sidebar here, is where you can kind of create your own projects. Okay, if you're on ChatGPT, you probably have seen something like this, which you create different projects, and each of these, it knows exactly what the topic is about, what the project is about, so that it can tailor to your request and get you to your goal. So for example, I have a wedding body one, and then inside a wedding body, I have like my facial treatment, my wedding body, my meal prep, like things like that. So very similar to Poppy AI right here. So these are the projects, aka the conversations. Whenever you want to create a new conversation, just click here and then start chatting with it. You can also rename them. So for example, I have carousel tools, carousel prompts. Let me see if I can move them. I can't. I have my stories, my Instagram stories, my Reels, VLAV. This is my framework for going viral, and series. Okay, I'm trying to be more consistent on creating series. So this is where I have that. Here are a few groupings that I basically focus on. The first one is my viral carousel. These are basically carousels that it's already performing really well, and I want to recreate it in a different format, okay, in a different, let's say, content, but just like a fresh post, okay? So for example, this one was going viral, and I have over 20,000 likes, 2,000 comments, like people who want to learn more. Imagine I create another one, similar format, similar hook. Like there's no reason why it's not going to go viral. Obviously, we can't promise that, but it's most likely, right? If something is being created exactly the same when it was performing well before, it's most likely it's going to perform well after, right? And then right here, I have my, what's it called? Reels. These are my, I don't think it's my, yeah, just like my top performing reels, and then my top performing stories. So from here to here, I have my carousels, my reels, and then my stories. Okay. What I have above here are basically my peers, aka also like my competitors, like people who make money online. Another thing that I learned from Brock Johnson is that sometimes it's best to even get ideas, get viral content ideas from people who are outside of your niche. Cool thing about Poppy is that I did not select these top 10. What I literally did is basically, let's say I go to an Instagram account. Let's say I go to my bestie here, Camilla Markson. If I go to her page and I copy her Instagram link, and if I just, okay, watch this, super cool. Once I paste it right here, it's gonna start giving me the analytics, okay? And what's even more powerful, so immediately it tells me that, okay, she has 649,000 followers, 2.9 thousand posts, last refreshed 3 days ago. These are the 50 posts that it's extract for me. What more powerful is the outliers. This outliers, it's going to give me the top 10 outliers, top 10 performed content from Camilla. And when I click quick add top 10 outliers, boom, these are the top 10. Okay. And it even breakdown for me, this one has, I think it's still loading. Okay. Or maybe it's being hidden. So this one has 26,000 views, 31,000 views, 27,000 views, right? So this is like where it literally grouped for you the top 10 outliers, outperform content she has. Super powerful. And with Poppy, what you can do is link this entire group, okay, to here, to the Poppy AI chat, and start prompting with it. Let's see if I did that. Did I link it? I think I did. Okay. So I'm going to start a new conversation. Usually I like to first ask Poppy, hey, are you seeing this group? And it will tell me, yes, I see it. Okay. And it started analyzing the top 10 outliers Camilla has, right? Okay. Yes, I can see Camilla hate comments review. She's a self-millionaire, 92.9 thousand views. Awesome. Like all these, basically, it just analyze it for me. It will give me suggestion, want me to analyze any pattern to create content based on her top perform. Sometimes I would just like go with this and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So it would just analyze. And from there, what's so powerful, like once you have your peers, what's working for them, and you can basically just say, okay, I want to create something similar, but in my own tone. So what I have done so far, I basically, and this is a lot of like research and tweak that tie the content ideas that Poppy or any AI tools to you. But I also want to share the other thing you can do is to create, this is, okay, it literally just create a pattern for me. Okay, anyways, the other thing you can do that's super powerful that I encourage everyone that you should be doing is to create your own master prompt. Okay, and what this master prompt is basically to let any AI tools to know what is your product, what is your business, who's your customer, audience, things like that. Because you create this once and then you load it to different AI tools, and it will just basically know exactly what you do. And the way to create this is basically because I was using ChatGPT a lot, and it basically know a lot about me. And I think, let me see if I still have it. Master prompt. Let me see if I can find it. There you go. Master prompt interview. I basically just say, act as an interviewer and ask me anything needed to build a master prompt for my role. You probably know a lot about me by now, so feel free to fill out some of those questions. I still want you to ask anyways, because this master prompt I can download at the end and use it for other AI tools. Okay, and it started to ask me all these questions. And guess what? At the end, I just basically reply it. I talk to it. Okay, I talk to it instead of, actually, I thought I talked to it more. Okay, so you can easily just reply by like responding it with your voice instead of typing it one by one. So super powerful. Highly recommend you to do this for any AI tool. So here's basically just about the Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about like how I create all these viral content, right? So let's look at one of the example here. So this is my carousel tools conversation or project, and I am using the Google CEO reviews, okay, because I already added in there, I added in the carousel here, and this is the post, okay? And if you look at the insights, this post alone have gained me over 1,900 followers. That's like a lot, right? So whatever this is doing, like it's working, and I want to recreate that. So I basically just first off, I ask, hey, can you look into my carousel and the one with, okay, let me do full screen. Engagement and the one that shares tools, can you see and analyze, and then give me this. And then I basically just and it gives you all the analysis, all the suggestion, and I was talking to it. Let's just stick with the viral tools carousel that we have. You know how we at the beginning use authority figure like Google CEO. Let's use another authority figure like in the tech world. I think that's good. Okay, so but I really want to keep so the tools I want to use is like the ChatGPT, Poppy. So everything can be updated except certain ones I want to keep. Okay, if you're confused, like let me show you what the original content looks like so you know. So this is the carousel. And I basically just list out 16 AI tools to build income in 2026. And that one went viral. And I have credibility and say, hey, these are my income claim. So from here, it just give me suggestion on, okay, it give me options. Hey, do you want to use the CEO from NVIDIA, or do you want to use, I think it was like Sam Altman. So I just like, okay, let's just use Huang. Boom. And it gave me this. So this is the content that I'm going to be posting today. That's it. So same thing, like similar for carousel, for your reels, like just have it analyzed. And it will give you a suggestion. How do you want me to go about this? And then you can create a similar viral framework with that. So that's what I've been doing with my content strategy, specifically on my feed. I do want to show you real quick how I personally do so with my trial reels. Trial reels, it's kind of nuts. And the way that I am kind of riding this wave, it's kind of late because back then you can post like 25 trial reels. Like right now you can only post 5. And the reason why I also decided to post 5 on my feed, it's because if I'm already posting 5 on trial reels, like why not? Just so I can remember, I'm also going to be posting on my feed 5 times. The way I do it is I will go to gym and then I would do my weightlifting and then I would walk on 15, 20 minutes on my treadmill. And this is the time when I batch my trial reels. And trial reels, it's so low effort, even though I'm posting 5 times a day. When you go to this second button right here, this is second, you can go to see trial reels. And I basically post the same message over and over again, just different music and different background. So let's say I'm like, I would do my research. Okay, which one is working really well? Okay, this one has 24,000 views. Let me look at the content itself. Okay, so, okay, maybe this words on caption works. I'm gonna screenshot it. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot like this. And then I'm gonna go to Claude. So Claude, I think it just have a better copywriting skills and more human than ChatGPT. That's what I've been hearing, and I finally give it a try. So I would just paste it on here and said something like, by the way, Claude voice note is really bad. So I would just like, this this text on is going viral. One thing about prompting is that number one, you want to give it a role. Number two, you can ask clarifying questions like, oh, if you have any questions, like tell me, ask me. Number three, you want to give more context and then give an output. Okay. The text on screen is going viral. You are a master creator. I want you to create 5 variations for me to post and won't get flagged on trial rules. Okay, whatever. I don't need to it doesn't have to be super neat. And then immediately Claude is going to give me 5 variations. Sometimes it will, you kind of have to tell it to make sure it's stay within the word limit, but I think this is pretty good. Boom, immediately you have 5 text on screen. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to also copy the caption. So this one, right? So I'm going to go to here, manage trial rules, edit, and I'm going to copy this entire caption and then do the same. Do the same for below, make it AI related, be creative. Boom. And now you have 5 variations to caption. So what I do during my walk on treadmill, because sometimes my hands are, my whole body is shaking basically. So I would just, let's see, go to my draft. You'll see all these, I have already posted 2 trial rules today. So I have 3 more to post. Let's say if this is the one that I wanna, I would just kind of duplicate this 3 times, sorry, 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I will pick one to change the text on screen, the caption, and then the video and the audio. And then I will post that right away. For the rest, I would just update the text on screen and the caption. And then I will do the audio and the video later, right before I post. Because you want to think when you are batching content, you want to think assembly line. You don't create, you don't edit, create, post all at once. Okay. So that's it. Literally that simple. Grew my account to over 3,000 followers within 24 hours and made over 5K in 7 days. So if you're actually ready to turn your Instagram into an income stream and you already have at least 100 followers, there's no reason why you're still not able to make sales on this platform. There's literally 3 billion monthly active users scrolling on this app. Imagine you can sell $1 product to 1% of these people. So I put together a 26 minutes training where I walk you through how I monetize audience using digital products and affiliate marketing. I'm going to link it down below. And I'm also including my Poppy framework board that I personally use planning viral content. So you'll be able to try out Poppy for free in a certain periods. And yeah, that is also my affiliate link. So when you're using this link, you're supporting my page. I appreciate you guys and I'll see you in the next one.